Right, so after a bit of a break, I've been on holiday and various other bits and bobs going on, but mainly the holiday for a couple of weeks. I'm back on work on the Clio. I'm also doing a few other bits in the background as well. There's some cabling coming for all the zero gauge cables coming now. There's 15 meters of that coming. The crimping tool for it, and the lugs that go on the end of the end of the cables to go onto eventually onto the lithium cells, the battery power. And the rest of it just basically plugs into amps and stuff, but they'll all have ferrules and things put on there, but I'll order those later. But for now anyway, so I've been quite busy the last couple of days over the weekend. So what I've been up to, I've been doing what side is it, passenger door. The other side's done anyway, near enough. The driver's side's done. I think I've done that in a previous video plenty of times. If you haven't seen them, you'll find those online. But basically the door itself, it's just in primer, just to see where I am with it for pinholes and various things. Obviously it's going to be covered in leather anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference as such, as long as it's relatively straight, which it's getting there now. It's not fully straight yet, but it's not that far off, to be fair. It's alright, most of it's going quite well. So basically I've got the door panel, all the right shaping is here now, the right ideas for all the bottom piece. I can show a video on the next part of the next video. I'll have it with it fitted. I think that's probably the best plan. No point in doing it on this one, it's just because it's going to look a bit weird. But yeah, this is basically all nice. This fits nicely now to the shape of what the car is inside. And the tablets sort of come around in like a bit of a sweeping sort of motion. Obviously there's 2 here, another 6 in the cockpit, and then I basically go sort of sweeping around there, kind of meets towards the dash basically, not fully towards it exactly, but you'll get the idea when I fit it and you'll see where it is. I'm just in the middle of making the trim for it, so I've done the cardboard template for the tablet trim, and obviously then this will have all the work and stuff done to it after that, but it needs fiberglass in first. But you can see how things have come along quite well on this door now. This one's not that far off being finished, to be honest, so that's good. Even things like the window here, which is obviously on this car isn't actually a window at all because the doors are removable. So basically all this is going to be covered in, I think, leather, perhaps, most likely. I think probably in leather, so it'd be a bit weird, but it'll still look like a window from the inside. It'll be like a black leather piece there and then white leather at the bottom, so it'll look like one big block of colour. Once I've sort of done a bit more on this, or we're waiting for fiberglass to dry, stuff like that, I do have another plan to crack on with. So the plan is, obviously I've got this Perspex screen, for people who've seen it before. This Perspex screen here was just like a bit of a template really. This wasn't the proper version. This is basically a rough idea of what it's going to be. This is currently 10mm thick. The proper version is going to be 15mm thick. It's still solid, but there's still some give in there. There can't really be any give in it at all, so there's going to be another 5mm piece put on the back of this in there, but you won't see any of that because what we're going to be working on next is a trim panel with the sort of goes down here like an MDF trim panel. It'll all be leathered as well, basically covered in leather. You'll still be able to see through the window. There'll be like a section to see through the window. At the moment it's covered in dust, can't see a thing, but this will all be refreshed, so there'll be a new Perspex screen. No point in me doing that right now because it's still getting paint and various things on there and damage and stuff, so I'll be doing that sort of last really, in the last stages. But there'll be a trim to cover all this sort of stuff, so there'll be like a whole piece. I'll take these out, these Perspex screens, make the trim panel for to cover the metal, and obviously come alongside the dash here as well. I've got to try and avoid the tweeter holes somehow. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to work on that. But basically that's the idea. So there's going to be a trim panel there that covers all this sort of stuff all up here, and it's going to look nice and tidy. So that's what I'm looking to do next, or well, during the same time as the finishing the door off. And I'm also going to be doing some more on the cable inside for these tablets in here as well, so that should be fun. That's the plan. But yeah, there you go, that's it. So that's the first video for quite a while. Let me know what your thoughts are. Obviously if you haven't seen any of these bits, I'll do this. Let me know what your thoughts are, comments, anything that you want to say, any bits and bobs. And yeah, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Keep an eye on progress, and it'll be much quicker now the next few months. Now it's the warm weather, so I'll be cracking on with it and getting things hopefully finished off very quickly, all being well.